Alright, what's good, everybody? Ugh, if you couldn't tell already, I'm not feeling too well. My freaking nose is stopped up. So I will either sneeze or, that a lot in this video. So please forgive me. I just thought I'd, get this out here just so I wouldn't have to post again. Or do like a stream or something while I don't feel good. So, basically, today we're doing what if Deku had, I'm just gonna say it was a complete freaking monster. Like, I'm talking, this man could probably level a freaking solar system. Yep. Man's is that strong. Now you may be wondering, well, how is he gonna get this strong? Simple. You see, in an alternate universe from the DBZ universe, and you may be wondering, wait, what? Basically, a corrupt timeline. It's a thing. I don't know if it's actually canon in the Dragon Ball universe, but if it's not the DBZ. Oh my God. In the Dragon Ball universe, but if it isn't, I'm making it now. If it is, it's whatever. So, basically, it's a corrupted version of the main timeline. Basically, something different happens that causes it to branch off from the main timeline, causing it to fall apart. Think of it as a river that eventually turns into a puddle. That's where the timeline, the corrupted timeline, ends. Now, the way you may be wondering, wait, well, what's that mean? Basically, around the same time that Izuku was born, one of the timelines from the Dragon Ball universe where it had stopped began cracking and leaking into a new universe timeline, the My Hero timeline. It accidentally created another branch of the timeline, allowing, and the way that this timeline ended is because technically, since Goku is the main character, if he dies, the story just kind of, well, that's a lie. They could resurrect him with the Dragon Balls, but I'm gonna say Zeno in that timeline destroyed the universe, destroyed Universe 7. Because Beerus was the one who killed him with Hakai. So, yeah. And the reason is, he technically killed Beerus, Beerus killed Vegeta, Goku, and, my nose, Broly. And then died himself. Now you may be wondering, wait. Wait. I'm starting to piece something together here, but I need you to confirm. What? Yeah, basically, the key, all of their life energy, it kind of just amalgamated into one giant ball. Well, not a very big, not a giant ball, but into like a fruit, I guess. It's going to be called the Destroyer God's Fruit. And Midoriya, when he's about 7, accidentally is running in the forest, falls into a cave, and finds the fruit. He's been there for a few hours, he's kind of hungry, so he picks it and he eats it. Now, his body does undergo a dramatic change. Basically, even though he was quirkless, he still technically carried the quirk gene. That's gone. The quirk gene is just totally erased from his body. He starts feeling really, really weird. He also gets all of their Zenkais combined. Zenkai boosts combined, which is terrifying. Not only that, but he also gets, eventually he will be able to remember how to use, like, Hakai and the Kamehameha, you know, that weird Godzilla laser thing that freaking, oh god, ugh, kill me now, and please. Okay, heart's still beating, we're still alive, unfortunately. Anyway, so, yeah, Midoriya does. Ow! You know, when he gets rescued, you know, his parents notice that he's going under a weird change. You know, he's getting more temperamental. You know, his hair's turning black, you know, and it's got a little bit longer. Hold on! God! Ugh! Okay. He's going to have the new Broly haircut, not that old Broly nasty looking haircut. No, he's gonna look fire. Yeah, he has the good haircut. You know. He's also going to be he's going to be extremely not only strong, but buff. Jesus. He will be able to do some even crazier crap, but we'll get into that later. And eventually, a tail sprouts out of his, body. And he starts being able to sense this weird energy. Now, his parents go get him checked out. The doctor says he doesn't have a quirk, but they weren't able to find a quirk gene, but they were able to find remnants of one. And they're like, what do you mean remnants? Well, your son's DNA has undergone a drastic change. It could be because of his quirk, but then again, we can't find it. It's like something entered his body and destroyed his quirk gene entirely, creating something new. Again, we don't know. We could continue testing, but according to this, it probably wouldn't be for the best. And the parents are, Midoriya's parents are like, why? Well, because, the doc's like, well, because if we do, hey, you said he's extremely temperamental. We found out that there's an excess amount, when we were doing some extra tests, we found out the angrier he gets, the stronger he gets. Because Saiyans, he's like 3/4 Saiyans, 3/4 Saiyan, 1/4 God of Destruction, which overpowers. Well, it's around the same level, I'd guess. I'd wager. But yeah. Also, he may or may not unlock. Well, he's probably going to unlock Ultra Instinct. I mean, Beerus has it, so why wouldn't Beerus and Goku have it? My apologies. Why wouldn't God, I'm going to get flamed in the comments for this. Why wouldn't Izuku get it? All that good jazz. Now some of you may be like, but Beerus never loses in the show. Dude, I honestly do not care. I read somewhere, I don't remember where, but I did read somewhere that Beerus does have Ultra Instinct. If you want, and heck, I'm pretty sure he does, because the angels have it, and the gods and the angels work, well, pretty much, kind of work for the gods of destruction. Okay. Anyway, getting back to the video. When Midoriya was you know, he got older and he got more powerful, I guess you could say. You know, he began, you know, training his ki. You know, occasionally he'd come home a little later from school because he walked himself home from school. That he was a pretty bulky 10-year-old. I'm not talking like bulging muscles. No, he's not. It's not like that at all in the slightest. Basically, you know, he's not like scrawny, but he's not bulky. You know, he's the good intermediate. You know, he's Kid Broly. He's Kid Broly. God, he's the fusion between Kid Broly, Goku, Vegeta, and Beerus level bulk. Well, Beerus, technically, you don't need to register him for your strength because it's confusing. I mean, he's a cat, and he's like skinnier than a stick, but he's strong enough to catch, his one finger is strong enough to catch more bodies than Goku will ever get. I'm not taking that back. Before you say, take that back! No. I refuse. Just no. No. I will not. Continuing with the story. So, you know, his parents would question, like, you know, Midoriya, why are you coming home so late? You know, I mean, Izuku, why are you coming home so late? And Izuku would be like, well, I'm doing something. You know, they'd be confused and be like, well, what are, you know, his father would be like, well, what are you doing? You know, Midoriya would answer with, you'll figure out later, okay? You know, and Midoriya did figure out that eventually, one night, you know, he went out by accident, looked up at the moon. You know, he was able to resist changing into Ozaru, and, you know, he realized maybe the tail is what causes him to feel that weird, you know, energy. So, you know, he just rips it. Oh, God, that would be so painful. Never mind, he doesn't rip it out. He doesn't rip it out. You know, he uses ki, because he knows how to use ki, and just cuts it off, you know, instant healing wound. God, that would be terrifying. Imagine. Ugh, gross. God, my legs are weak just thinking about it. Ew. You know, Midoriya instantly passed out after. When he woke up, he was like, ugh, man, I feel great. Because, you know, if you cut off a Saiyan's tail, they magically become, you know, something. Now, again, when Midoriya was, you know, time skip, you know, Midoriya's 15. I'm going to make UA a college. Midoriya does have a job. His parents did move away. No, wait. His parents, you know, when he turned 12, they just dipped. Like, when he woke up on his 12th birthday, they were gone. No note, no phone call, nothing. So he was like, did they really just abandon me? I haven't seen them again. I'm a Hakai. I'm gonna pull a Hakai. Ooh, I'm gonna pull a big Hakai. He also is able to do a reverse Hakai. Yes, I'm creating a new ability. I'm creating a new blast for the Dragon Ball universe. No, you can't stop me, and no, there's nothing you can do. Okay? Okay. I know I'm treading in very dangerous waters. I will stream a... Ooh, that's actually a good idea. That's a really good idea. I might just do that. I have an idea for a future what if. So, getting back into the story. Oh, my nose. It's killing me. Kill me now. Midoriya does he's 15. He does get a job at like a metalworking company owned by the Yayuroses. Yeah, woo. He does also get a few side jobs, here and there. One at like one where he works the front desk at like a. God, how's the best way to explain this? Like a music shop, like an edgy music shop. I'm just giving you the best example I have. He also, yeah, that's really the only. No, never mind. He only works as a metal worker. No, wait. Yeah, he does work at the other job. He doesn't work at the front desk. He just kind of stacks boxes. He does that stuff. Yeah. Anyway, getting back into this story. Where did I get that cut from? Anyway, Midoriya, one day Midoriya, one of the higher ups in the company he works for, the metalworking company, comes to see, to check, if they've met their quota for the day. Little do they know, it's actually the CEO, the owner of the company. So Yayorozu's dad. Because he just wanted to, he knew someone was trying to kill him, so he figured that if they tried it here, he'd figure out, who they were really easily. Midoriya looked at him and he was like, huh. What happened to he's like, what happened to the other guy? Yayorozu's dad's like, the other guy? What do you mean? Yeah, normally how would you describe him, guys? Coat rack dude? Everyone, is trying to hold back their laughter. Yeah, normally a coat rack headed dude would come in here to check our progress. What, did he get fired? If so, finally. Hated that guy. Always talking crap about the boss, the big man. Am I the only one who noticed that? All the other guys are like, nah. One of them even says, yeah, he always did talk crap about the big guy. The head honcho, even though he's the one writing all the paychecks. No, wait. He may be the one, the coat rack dude may be the one writing all the paychecks, but the big boss man's the one writing his. If the CEO ever heard about this, guy would lose his job for sure. Midoriya immediately senses something, and time slows down for him. He starts looking around. He sees a bullet traveling to hit a chain that's holding a bucket of like magma over, the CEO's head, Mr. Yayorozu's head. So Midoriya, he immediately goes into gotta save him mode. He still has a bit of Midoriya's personality, but, he still has some of the other other ones. He uses an eraser cannon to destroy, no, he uses his super strength, not really super strength, but, his muscular, his strength to catch the container right before it falls on his head, the CEO's head, and he's like, you might want to move, this is really hot and really heavy. The CEO's like, how'd you know it was falling? Some guy on a rooftop 3 blocks away just shot at it with a freaking 50 cal. The casing's over there on the floor. How'd you notice? Dude, my blood is legit, hold on. My blood is legitimately trained to know these things. I don't know how, I just do. Now, if you don't mind, please hurry and move so I can put this down. So we can get this somewhere safe and where it's not burning me. Ow. Ow. You know, a bunch of the other guys run up there, you know, they help Midoriya out with like cranes and stuff. And he's like, hot, 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 hot. Oh, holy crap, my hands burn. Ow. You know, they're like, Midoriya, you gonna be okay? They're like, Izuku, you gonna be okay? And he's like, yeah, I'll be fine. My healing factor is jacked. Check this out. You know, he starts creating like a layer of ki, and immediately his hands, you know, start healing. And they're like, whoa, your quirk is crazy, dude. I know, right? We have fun here. So, you want me to go chase down that guy that shot at you, or what? If you could, you know, Mr. Yaoyorozu was like, if you could, please. Alright, cool. You know, Midoriya instantly disappears and then reappears. I got him. My, that was fast. How fast are you? I'm quite fast. Anyway, you know, so Mr. Yaoyorozu's like, so, who hired you? And the guy's like, I don't know, some dude with a coat rack head. You know, Izuku starts laughing. Oh man, that's hilarious. Even this guy thinks he has a coat rack for a head. Huh. Alright, he'll be fired immediately. And, your name's Izuku, right? Yeah, that's me. I would like for you to come to my office. Wait, how are you gonna fire Coat Rack, dude? Because I'm the CEO. Oh, crap. Am I fired? No, you're getting a promotion. Wait, really? Yes, really. You saved my life and caught the guy who tried to kill me. If I didn't give you a promotion, I'd be mentally insane. Well, I mean, I'm not judging, but you'll be a bodyguard for my daughter, because a lot of people want us dead. I can work with that. How old are you, anyway? I am 15. Wait, you're 15? How are you that built? I don't remember how old Broly is in human years, but, yeah, he looks like Broly. Tall, bulky, and monstrous. Can I say it's my quirk? I will take that as an answer. Okay, cool. It's my quirk. Now, what does your daughter do anyway? Well, she goes to a pre-college school for UA. Oh, I kind of wanted to go there when I was little. Well, why didn't you? My parents ditched me when I was 12, so never got the chance to go to college. I didn't even get the chance to go to middle school. I had to start taking care of myself pretty much day one. Not day one, but, you know, ever since they ditched me. Never found out where they went. It's whatever, though. Don't really care. So, okay. Well, I'm sorry about that. It's like, don't worry. It's nothing to worry about. I'll be fine. I've been fine for a while now. So, they do eventually leave. They go show up to Yaoyorozu's house. They go, Momo's like, hey, Dad, welcome home. Oh, who is this? You brought a friend. Actually, starting tomorrow, he's your bodyguard. Sup? I'm Izuku. Just call me Broly. Mr. Yaoyorozu is like, wait, why Broly? I don't know. I just like the name. It sounds cool. Rolls off the tongue really well. Broly. Mr. Yaoyorozu just starts laughing. Yeah, it's a nice name. Alright, so is dinner ready? And he's like, dinner? I'm starved. I'm so hungry. You know, Miss Yaoyorozu's like, I'll have the cooks prepare a feast. Oh, you're gonna want to make more than a feast. You'd be surprised how many calories this body of mine can take before I go into a food coma. How much do you normally eat? Like 90% of my paycheck goes towards food. Huh? You know, everyone's like, huh? Well, yeah, I need to keep my build up. So I need the most amount of food I can possibly get in me. Get in my belly. Or else my body will start falling apart, which would not be fun. Agony! First person to type bless you, you know, go to the comments and do bless you. We'll get a shout out in the next video. Ow! Anyway. Again, Midoriya does eventually, I know, it's the next day, and they're going to the, you know, pre-UA college. Midoriya does pick up on learning really quick, just because I want him to. And, oh my god, this is actually agony. And, you know, a bunch of people are like, who's this guy following Yaoyorozu around? You know, one of Yaoyorozu's fanboys, God, this is going to be hilarious, walks up and's like, hey, why are you following Yaoyorozu-san? Yaoyorozu, I'll kick your butt if you're trying to hurt her. You know, Yaoyorozu's like, wait. You know, Midoriya walks up with his arms crossed. You know, he steps up a few steps and he's like, do you really want this fight? He's like, if it'll save Yaoyorozu, yes. And he's like, hold on. Let me rephrase that. You know, he has learned how to go into Super Saiyan. So, you know, he starts going like, do you really want this fight? You know, the guy is like cowering in fear. You know, he's like, that's what I thought. Come on, Miss Yaoyorozu. I doubt this guy will bother you again. He's one of our classmates. Why would he? What? If you couldn't tell, he liked you probably only for your smarts and or your body, which is extremely insensitive. Of course, I've had the same thing. I've had a similar thing happen to me, but, you know, who could resist the bod? You know, the moment he says that, like, when girl starts going, woo! Just because I wanted it to happen, it happened. I am very happy now. Anyway. Ugh. Pain. And then, so yeah, eventually, you know, Midoriya turns 18, she turns 18, and then they go to UA college. And then, eventually Midoriya, you know, does, once he gets into UA, you know, he goes in through the recommendations exam. You know, everyone, you know, a lot of people constantly stare at Midoriya. And they notice anyone who walks up to Yaoyorozu, he just stands right next to Yaoyorozu. And for some reason, if Yaoyorozu, you know, Todoroki and maybe even Bakugo are the only ones who notice this. Every time Yaoyorozu makes a weird, you know, makes a certain gesture, Midoriya steps in and, asks the person to kindly leave. She is extremely busy. And if they don't, Midoriya then uses force. As in, he picks them up, walks about 10 feet, and then drops them. Turns around and walks back. They also notice that the UA uniform has been tailored to fit him. So they figured, is that his natural body? Or is that like a transformation quirk? So eventually, Kirishima is like, so, what's your quirk? Huh? Oh, it's more of a mutation. It's a mutation quirk. See, my body, it's this, essentially. I need to consume a lot more calorie. I need to eat a lot more food, but, oh god, I'm disgusting. But I'm extremely strong, and I have, a bunch of energy-based attacks and abilities that allow me to jack up my strength, speed, endurance, etc., etc. God damn it, this still sucked. Among other things, And then Kirishima's like, that's like so cool. So, how do you control it? Well, but there is a downside. He's like, oh, what's a downside? I am I am beyond temperamental. Like, you say one wrong thing and I might just rip your head off by accident. Also, my skin is tough as nails. So it's really hard to put me down. That actually is the reason why I'm her bodyguard. Kirishima's like, wait, bodyguard? Well, and then Yairo's just like, well, yeah, what do you think he was? Denki's like, oh, snap, dude, I thought he was your boyfriend or something. And Yairozu immediately turns red and is like, what? That is incredibly insensitive, because I doubt I'm even her type, which that's extremely insensitive to Miss Yairozu, because I'm definitely not her type. I'm legit just a musclehead. Actually, if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't even be standing here. The only reason we met is because I saved her father from a hired hand, I guess you could call it. Guy ended up in jail. Both of them did, but it's whatever. So, then it's time for the what's it called? The quirk assessment test that Aizawa does. He walks up to Izuku and is like, since you seem the strongest here and you have the most potential, throw this ball as hard as you can, full power. You sure? Because this ball might just turn to dust. No. As I was like, no. Full power. Alright. Walks over and he's like, give me a minute. He starts powering up. Everyone can see the ground around him cracking. As like faint hints of blue, dark blue, green, and silver appear in his hair. As it just stays, it turns back black. But, he has a green, silver, and dark blue, purplish aura around him. Basically, he's using all four of their, forms. Basically, he's using Destroyer Ki, along with Ultra Instinct Ki, Super Saiyan Dark Blue, or Royal Blue, and then Legendary Super Saiyan form. Only one. So, he's grown in size. The shirt ripped, and he has a bunch of scars on his body. what these are from is occasionally Hasashi would do very bad things when Midoriya would not answer his questions. Like, if Midoriya would come home super late one night, you know, he'd be like, "Where were you?" He's like, "Yeah, I was doing something." He's like, "No, you're gonna tell me." You know, Midoriya wouldn't tell him, and then, you know, that ensued. You know, Midoriya then picks up the ball. You know, he gets into a throwing position, and he just freaking sends it, bro. Like, it's gone. Like, it legit broke atmosphere. It's going, still going. Pull up your thing. I don't know if it's still moving. You know, Aizawa pulls out his phone. It's still going. And then it hits error. You threw it so hard, it went out of the range of the satellite. Which is physically impossible. Cool. You know, everyone's like, what just happened? You know, as he starts powering down, you know, he starts shrinking. You know, he's back to normal Broly size, and he's like, ah, crap, my shirt ripped. You know, all the girls except for Yairo's are like, yes. You know, he's like, are you guys okay? More than okay. You know, he's like, do y'all need some tissue, or? Yes. You know, Mina's like, Mina's like, what is your workout routine? Them pecs could kill. You know, Midoriya chuckles a little. He's like, dang. I mean, I've been slacking a little bit on my training recently. You know, Kirishima's like, what is your normal training like then? Oof, that's a tough one. Let me see. Well, I can hold my breath for an insanely long time. I think the longest I've held it for is like 2-3 days. Maybe. That's probably the shortest. The longest is most definitely like 2 weeks. Now you may be running that, you may be like, that's not possible. It is, because ki. You know, he doesn't realize it, but he's slow, you know, while he's holding his breath, he's using his ki to slow, you know, to release, you know, to absorb, like, I don't know, some kind of, basically he's able to release carbon and absorb oxygen out of the water while holding his breath. He just has a subconscious thing to where he has to keep track of how long he can stay. So he goes, like, to the deepest parts of the ocean, and, like, in this world, there's, like, Leviathan, there's, like, Reaper Leviathan, Ghost Leviathan, and Gargantuan Leviathans. He, like, squares up to those things. Ba, ba, ba. Oh, that's glorious. I can just imagine, like, Izuku throwing haymakers at a freaking fish. Just a giant fish with just freaking claw. Just freaking little pincers that'll try and stab him, but, you know, he just punches it, it shatters. That's glorious. The sea dragon, too. God, that'd be glorious. Like, the sea dragon tries to breathe fire, Midoriya just Godzilla breath. Yeah, that's glorious. That's glorious. I love that. Okay. So, again, Midoriya, you know, after a few, you know, it's the end of the day, and they're walking home, you know, Mina, you know, Jiro's like, where have I seen him before? Wait a minute. You also used to work at my parents' shop, didn't you? Huh? Kyoka's music shop. Oh yeah, I used to work there. I used to work the back. I used to work the back of the store. Yeah, that's crazy. Wait, why do you have 2 jobs? Parents are jerks. Okay, that's not a lot to go on, but sure. You know, Todoroki immediately appears. You are now my favorite in the class. Midoriya's like, ah, where did you come from? How did I didn't even sense you. Where did you come from? I come from the shadows. That, how? What? Huh? I didn't even sense you. Like, at all. You just, huh? And yes, Midoriya did not sense Todoroki. Todoroki legit just freaking appeared like, you are not my favorite person. Yeah. And he's like, don't worry about it. Anyway, that's where I'm really leaving this part off, guys. I did this